This video will basically just be me talking about the future of this YouTube channel, my plans for 2025. I told you a little bit about this in my New Year's video, but only a few sentences, and in this video I want to go a little bit deeper. So yeah, 2024 was a bit different since I got a bit burned out with macro photography. Or burned out is maybe not the right word. I just got bored with it. And the reason for that is probably that I saw that every time I did a macro photography video on this channel, it did really well because you guys are interested in macro photography. That is what many of you subscribed for. And then I noticed when I did videos that were about other kinds of photography, like landscape or something else, those videos typically do not get many views on my channel. So I think that is kind of what forced me into doing only macro photography videos. And of course, most of the time I love making macro photography videos, or loved at least. But when you force yourself to only do a certain type of video, that of course becomes very repetitive after a while. At least it did for me. So I think that was a bit of a short-sighted mistake that I made just because I wanted many views on my videos, which I of course need to pay my bills, so it's not unimportant. But I think if I'm gonna do this YouTube channel long term, if I'm gonna do 7 more years, then I also need to very much consider that I need to have fun doing the videos. And I have discovered that it is not fun to do only one kind of video all the time. It becomes too repetitive. So that is why I started doing some street photography now in the winter. It has been a breath of fresh air for me. It has been fun to explore something new. And now I actually feel a bit excited to do macro photography when spring arrives, when we get insects out again. It will be so much fun to just take out my macro gear for the first time in many months. So I look forward to doing that. Then we'll see if I will do many macro videos or not. But I think that the future of this YouTube channel will likely be a mix of different kinds of photography. That way I won't get bored. Now I did some street photography in the last few months. I might do other kinds of photography as well. And also maybe some macro photography in the summer. And yeah, the views have suffered a bit initially because I did street photography, but it has gone pretty well. But what hasn't gone very well has been my monetization of this channel. 2023 I did pretty good financially. I paid all my bills with money from YouTube. But then I did a bit more sponsored videos, and I discovered that I don't really like doing sponsored videos. It's really good money, and that is why almost every photography YouTube channel does these Squarespace integrations and stuff like that. And it's nice for me to know that I could do these Squarespace ads every video if I wanted to earn more money. But I really hate having sponsored videos. The fun in making videos for me is a lot about having 100% complete control over the output. Making a video exactly how I want it to be and then pushing it out to you guys and getting feedback on it. That is the core of what makes me love making YouTube videos. And if I have to do like sponsor integrations, that for one, it kind of pollutes the contents of the video. Even if I like the sponsor, I only do sponsors that I like. And also it creates more work around the sponsorship. It's a lot of emails back and forth, maybe meetings, maybe me needing to contact companies and doing negotiations around the price and so on. And it's just not enjoyable for me. But still, 2024, I lost money. Like I couldn't really pay all my bills with money from YouTube, which kind of sucks because I don't have any other jobs at the moment, and I don't want any other jobs either. So I had to take some money from savings. So for 2025, I've decided I need to earn a bit more money so that I can pay all my bills with YouTube money. And if I'm not doing sponsorships, then the question is, what should I do to earn a bit more money? Yeah, one way is obviously to continue growing the YouTube channel, but that takes time, and I cannot count on like doubling the amount of subscribers in a year. That would be actually pretty unlikely. So I need to find something else. And one pretty popular way to do this is to do Patreon. And I have a Patreon, and I have some supporters there still, but I'm not active on Patreon. I used actually to do like monthly bonus videos on Patreon, and they are still there. So if you sign up, you will get to view them. But I kind of didn't like that either. I hated the fact that I spent many hours, or at least some hours, making this special monthly Patreon bonus video, but that only like 20-25 people watched it. So I figured like I hate spending that much time on something that so few people get to enjoy. I'd rather spend that time making a video that thousands of people can see on my public channel. So yeah, I know that I'm sounding super spoiled here, but Patreon it didn't feel right either for me. Again, I still have the Patreon. You're very much welcome to support me there. I really appreciate the folks who still support me there, despite me not like making bonus content there. Also, I just enabled memberships on this YouTube channel. So if you want to support me, get some extra badges and stuff, you can do that by pressing the join button below, and then you can support me with a small amount of money each month, which I would really, really appreciate. And while I do appreciate that kind of money, it will not be enough. So I need to find something more to do. And one idea I've been having for a long time, maybe a couple of years, is that I should write an ebook. I don't want to write a printed book, a physical book, because that will be so much work with the printing process. Maybe that will be at a later stage. First, I just want to write a digital book, a PDF, about macro photography. Everything I know that is worth knowing about macro photography summarized in a 100 to 200 page PDF that I will sell. I did a poll earlier where I asked how many people would be interested in buying that, and there were a lot of people who said yes to that. So I think it should be able to bring in a fair amount of money, and I will also be able to bring a fair amount of value to everyone who buys that book. So I'm actually working on that book right now. If you have anything specific you want me to include in it, please comment below, and I will read all your comments and take that into consideration. So hopefully a few weeks from now, or at least a few months from now, that book will be ready. And if you want to be the first to know when that book is finished and when you will be able to purchase it, please just join my newsletter. I have a newsletter that you can sign up for at my website. Just go here and put in your email address. It used to be a monthly newsletter, but now I send it out whenever I have something interesting to say. So probably you will get an email maybe 6 times a year or something like that. And of course, when I release my ebook about macro photography, I will of course send a newsletter email about that. And yeah, besides that, my plan is to just do a lot of photo walks and make videos about my experiences. That has been the core idea of this YouTube channel since the start, and I really do enjoy it. It's just that I need to mix up the genres a little bit. I can't only do macro photography. I will get bored again. But maybe if I mix a few different genres, it will work out. So I'm looking forward to this year, and I'm looking forward to finishing my book about macro photography. And who knows, maybe I will make more books about more specific topics later. If it becomes a success, then that might be a great thing. One of my inspirations actually for doing this ebook is Roman Fox, another photography YouTuber. He made a video where he talks about his different income streams, and he has made similar books about street photography, and they are actually a very major part of his income streams. So I'm hopeful that maybe this book can work the same way for me. Thank you for watching this little video, and see you next week again.